Good afternoon, beer buffs, and continuing with the 12 stouts of Christmas with this one called Obsidian Stout from Dechutes Brewery. I'm probably saying that very wrong, but let's get a pour on. Yes, on to the next. I'm hammering through them right now, trying to get as many as I can done. I'm going to keep the bottle top because I like to collect beer bottle tops. I've got them all in a tin can collecting dust right now, but one day I'll make a beer table or something of that description. We'll see where the wind takes me. So yeah, these are out of Oregon, actually, Bend, Oregon. So one of those up there states. I think my camera's a little wonky today. Oh well, you'll have to live with it, folks. Yeah, so another, it's not as strong as some I've had, so it's a welcome break for me. But yeah, I'm excited for somewhere different again and something different again. So it's a standard stout, I believe, but we shall find out. Can't get too much in my glass. I've got the Derby tuck today. I thought, let's get that bad boy out for this one. It's still raining out there. Rainy old January day. We're getting into the days of it now, aren't we? What does that mean, the days? You don't have to talk some shit. Anyway, not much of a nose on it. That's very, like the last one actually, it's very dark and very bitter. I don't think it is as quite as bitter as the last one I had, but still a classic. That's nice, that's tasty. It's not quite as cool as some I've been doing. I haven't had it in there quite as long, so sometimes you pull out more tastes that way though. You know, maybe it's like a table wine in a way, I think, stouts. Yeah, like, oh, 6.4%. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah. Explore this bold stouts notes of espresso and dark chocolate. That's definitely dark chocolate, I'd say that. To experience award-winning ale for the ages. Oh, interesting. So I'm sure they won an award for that. But look, there's the mountains and the hillsides of Oregon in the little picture there. Obsidian, or Stout it's called. I'm a Trekkie, so I immediately thought the Obsidian order, which is like the Kardashians' secret service, kind of like their KGB, if you will. Not the Kardashians, I don't think they have a secret service, but the Kardashians, an alien race in Star Trek, so. For all you geeks out there. Nice. Yeah, tasty enough and not overly strong, so that makes it nice. Yeah, it makes it interesting. Perfect. It was actually packaged on 10/10/23, so it's had a few months to age there. But yeah, so trying to balance all this stuff on my little stool. It's not the most stable of stools. Anyway, Dechutes, I'm probably saying that all wrong. Please correct me if you're listening from Oregon. Bend, Oregon. So it's Bend, Oregon is based in Dechutes County, which is central Oregon for geography. And you know, Oregon over on the west coast there, so I believe it's wedged in between the sandwich of California and Washington State. So there you go. So they've been going a while actually. They were founded in 1988 as a brew pub, fair play, and it's been family owned ever since. So I would have been 10 years old, there you go, if you're guessing my age. But yeah, very well established for a brewery, fair play. And they actually have a second brew pub now, based in Portland's Pearl district. So Portland being, I believe it's the capital of Oregon. Am I saying that right, Oregon? I guess so. It's just my accent doesn't sound as you know, what I would think. Anyway, so yeah, that's a little bit on them. Have a look, check them out, and see if you can find a few beers, which I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, this is nice. It really is that kind of espresso dark chocolate taste for sure. Really pulling the dark chocolate. That's a nice little stout, actually. That, yeah, liking that a lot. That's a good one. But yeah, so some other beers that they have. Sorry, just enjoying it. It's been a day at work, so I needed this. Especially on a rainy old day like this, you know? What do you want to do on these days? Curl up in front of the fireplace and drink stout. A man of stout, me, as you guessed. So yeah, they do an IPA, and that's called Fresh Squeezed. Oh, I bet that's nice and fresh. If you like a porter, they have one called Black Butter Porter. I like the sound of that. That sounds tasty. Jubilale, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Jubilale, and that's a winter ale. And then they also have, I thought it was Pacific Wanderer. And I was thinking, oh, wouldn't that be great to wander the paths of the Pacific coastline, looking for the wayside inn or brewery to stop and have an ale, and enjoying that beautiful wild scenery of the mountains and the wild misty sea. Sorry, I digress. Yeah, but Pacific is actually called Pacific Wonderland, not Wanderer. Pacific Wonderland, and it's a lager. So, and I love a lager, you know, don't get me wrong. I do love a lager. Nice, easy, good drinks. And actually, they're complicated to make more than most beers. There's a little Taft's fact of the day. Harder to brew than stouts and porters and sours is your standard lager. So chalk that up. Anyway, so yeah, there's a few for you. Check them out if you can. Dechutes Brewery. But for Obsidian Stout, that's solid. It's going to be a good old 8 from the Texas Taft for this bad boy. So there you go. I will be back with you with another one fairly soon. Until then, cheers.